All right, welcome into the show. This is a monumentous occasion. This is your first time ever hearing me with a decent mic. And I know it's hard to believe, but I'm a very, very cheap person. I always say my philosophy is I don't buy anything unless I absolutely have to, ride till the wheels fall off. And the mic I was using, like I bought it to replace my laptop's internal mic, which broke. Nah, I had to move on. It's so embarrassing. And I imagine like looking back on these days, I'll listen to something like this, and one of those videos like, man, this was unwatchable. Like, what was I thinking? Uploading content to that level for like months, but man, I'm not a professional. I'm not a professional. I never even wanted this channel. I just wanted to upload some Madden clips with no title, no commentary, and eventually people started subbing. So, but now we got a good mic. That's the basis or the point here, and I'm happy about that. I'm glad I finally bought one because it's something I'm not gonna have to invest in for a long time. I got the 4-year warranty, so let's hope for the best. And it covers like all like drops, spills, everything. All right, I really like how it looks though. Okay, let's do a player evaluation as you can see from the title. And let's start with standings. We'll do a little different today. Okay, 7.5 games up is actually pretty respectable. There's a lot I don't like though. We're not scoring enough runs. We'll look at that in a minute. But to be 7.5 up is pretty impressive because like just a month ago, month and a half ago, I had to fire the entire coaching staff. Yeah, the entire staff. Well, I moved the farm director to manager, and then our bench coach to farm director. Don't ask. But yeah, it worked out. We were like what? If I had to guess, I don't know, I think we were in second place. I don't know what our record was, but I fired the old staff and we took off after that. But still not scoring runs to the level I would like. I'm worried it's going to be our undoing in the playoffs. And playoffs for me are usually grinding, like low scoring affairs, anyways. But there's just been some games we couldn't score at all. Like I just feel like helpless at the plate. Didn't feel that last year when we broke the win record. Regression to the mean is inevitable in statistics, but it still sucks. I hate it, man. I just want to dominate every year. I don't get bored of it. But hey, you need a challenge too. Um, I didn't see all the NL. Let's start. Okay, so Braves are look like they're back. They missed the playoffs last year. Went on and got Scooble. Something we could have done in real life, but Alex Anthopoulos is falling out of favor with me. I gotta admit, I don't like what he's doing. But it's not about the Braves. But they're back in first place. Looks like it's gonna be a tough race all the way through. Like the top four teams are still in it, which is crazy impressive. Maybe just everybody's mediocre. But the Marlins won the division last year. It looks like their luck might have finally run out, but they're scoring a lot of runs and not giving up much. The Pythagorean wins and losses, they probably should be where the Braves are, or better. That's some bad luck. Brewers, the Brew Crew are in first place just like real life. I like the deadline they had, and I'm so jealous that teams can go out and do that. And they're not even a big market team. And they've given up way too many runs. I don't know how they're 16 games over 500, but why there's some regression coming in there. And so we do have the best record in baseball, which is nice. Red Sox, who are crazy in real life right now. Like this is pretty reflective of what's going on in real life. Blue Jays in last place. My World Series pick, embarrassing. Royals are always good on this damn franchise mode for some reason. Wanted to play them in the ALCS last year. Jesus, how they scored so many? 434 runs scored? That sounds like a lot. And the next closest is like 100. Oh, what? Man, we gotta look. All right, yeah, let's look at their lineup. How in the world are they doing that? They might break the run record. Wow, what? This guy is 30. As I like my mic, I can get loud now without it popping and shit. But when he has 36 home runs through 76 games, he's gonna break Barry Bonds' record. What the fuck, man? Wow. Wow. Then again, like I talked about at the beginning, regression towards the mean is inevitable. He probably finished with like 60 again. But what? How is he doing that? This is like the best start to a season ever. It has to be 736 slugging percentage. What in the world is this, man? 7-4 WAR. Wow. He's literally going to have the best offensive season of all time. Why is he not a 99? I'm genuinely shit. I've never seen anything like this. I'm glad I wouldn't look at that because that's literally like he could carry a team, and that's not something that happens in baseball. But this guy, that's crazy. In Seattle, it's not like he's in Colorado. Man, it's like everybody else is like average, and I think he's the outlier. Like he's making their statistics look crazy with what he's doing. There's not even many great hitters on this fucking team. And bro, Julio is out. Oh no, never mind. There he is. This is crazy, man. This is legit shocking. I'd love to play them in the World Series. Imagine beating that juggernaut. All right, anyways, let's get to what actually matters here, and we're gonna like speed run through this since I got so caught up on that. But man, that's you see my eyes right now. Like, what in the world is that? 36 home runs in set. He's hit a home run every 2 games. Never seen that before. That's the best hitting season I've ever seen in real life or a video game so far. I hope he keeps it up. Honestly, he ain't in my league. I don't care what he does in the AL. All right, Kyler Kennedy is leading the war, which is surprising. I feel like she's been healthy all year, and Kyler is the okay. Out of all 9 batters, I think Kyler is literally the one batter that I come up to the plate and feel like I can make something happen with every single at bat. Everybody else, I don't know what's happened since last year, but it just feels questionable, like a lack of confidence. I think I look at the numbers and it gets in my head, and you just tell yourself, "There's no way I'm ever gonna get out of this hole." You just go up there and you it's like an unconscious thing. You mess up the at bat. Um, Alouette Lepage Melee, okay, 2-1 war. The power's way down this year, but I think you can say it for everybody. I'll get redundant if I keep saying it, but we're looking for power, and has she missed a lot of games? It seems like 233 at bats. What, 61 games? How many games were we in? I think she did get hurt for like a couple of weeks, but the numbers seem really low. 5 home runs, 27 at bats through 61 games. She's not like a run producer at all. And she was our best hitter last year. I think led the team in WAR and had a hit in every game except one in the playoffs. 1-7 WAR is really great on pace for last year, but these numbers this just seems so misleading. I don't understand how to like evaluate baseball numbers a lot of times. So I'm glad WAR exists because like how would you even like look at this and tell is a player having a good season or not? It was like if I look at this, I'm like, man, it's a bad year. Maybe she needs to get benched. But that's what I was thought like back in the '90s and shit. But I still can't believe there was a time where there was no like overall way to evaluate if a player's having a good year with like B War and F War and Fangraphs War, Baseball Reference War and defensive. There's defensive war for both. This game has its own war formula, which is kind of weird. I just wish they would do a partnership with Baseball Reference. That's been my dream, or Fangraphs, or both. This is my dream the whole time. I think we could do it. We got the resources. So just buy Baseball Reference. And Sony could do that. Um, Antonella Lepage Millet is somebody I feel like I self sabotage with a lot, and I think this is just who she is. So I had massive plans for the Lepage Millet twins. I still do. They're still both like 22 years old, but it seems like this is just who she is as a hitter because it's incredibly consistent. Like she's right on where she was last year with everything. It's kind of creepy actually. You double these numbers, it's just last year's stats. Look how they're almost identical. So I can't say that she's not consistently above average, but that's it's kind of creepy, man. It's the same stats, just double everything. All right, Indiana Marlowe, boy oh boy, she started off red hot like a rocket, and then it just came back down to earth. But really, that's kind of selling her short because the OBP is still respectable, slugging is good, OPS is good. I just think she needs to. We need to play her a little less. You know what I mean? Like she was platooning, playing every game against righties. That may have to come to an end soon and start, doing a platoon within a platoon with Shuming Lin, who got benched. That's a nice segue. She's been heating up lately because she was hitting 205 the other night. I remember that vividly. I was like, what happened to my Shuming Lin? So apparently, she's figured some things out lately. Oh my God, 4 for 4. That's amazing. Yep, my assumption was correct. She's hitting 371 over the past 10 games. Keep it like that, you get your job back. I'm not unfair. I love all my players, and I will play the hot hand. Alana Brady's having a bad year. I just gotta say it. I wanted Alana Brady to be great. I gave her dreads. I thought she'd get a little bit of an edge. Be a little cocky, but she's not been the hitter she needs to be, and just has not happened at all. Well, actually, no, she was actually great last year. What am I saying? This is massive regression. For some reason, I thought she had like 240 last year. She was actually great, and I'm just getting frustrated doing this video, man. We're gonna wrap this up because it's just making me feel like pissed off. Like, nobody is hitting up to their potential this year. There's nothing to get excited for. This is just, it makes me want to fire the hitting coach again, but I'm not going to. That would be a bad look. Firing the whole coaching staff was a bad look, but it worked. All right, let's do pitches and wrap this up. Might get a peripheral view of the farm, but man, I just don't know. I don't know if this team has what it takes. All right, Kate Kennedy, of course, you know all about what she does. And that reminds me, we need to look at awards and see if she's getting the respect she deserves in the Cy Young, because she better be. Um, Valentina Pereira, kind of shocking that she's second on team in WAR. I came to the league with or the season with no expectations for her. I was thinking, man, we may even use some different pitchers in case Valentina struggles. She was like gonna be the odd man out, but I can't remove her pitching like this. And like I said, I play the hot hand. I'm fair. Mac attack, the new and improved Mac attack. So this is all the value here. I can say this is the opposite feeling of looking at the hitters. I'm really impressed by this. It makes me really happy to see that all of our pitchers have basically taken the next step, especially Kinsey Sheridan, 19 years old now, pitching like a vet. Aphrodite, of all people, has regressed a little bit. The entire bullpen is great. I have zero complaints. And yeah, the player's name is Kamala. Kamala! I didn't name her that. That was just her name. It's in the database. I had to trade for her. She's actually going to be really good, too. A potential. She's 25, but it's a reliever, man. She pitched forever. Why she look like that chick from Saturday Night Live? Light skin. I can't remember. I don't know. I haven't watched it in years. Riley Cross is like our one reliever I'm questionable about. She lost her closer job, unfortunately. Tough year for Junie as well, but man, somebody's got to struggle. Somebody's got to wear the collar of shame. All right, there's no shame. I'm proud of my players, but this offense is not gonna do it, man. It's not gonna do it. We have the number 6 prospect in baseball, Elena Grafe. Cannot wait to see her. It looks like this year is when she could come on. I don't know about all of that. Like the peak for her, the absolute peak might be like a September call up, but there's really no need to rush her into the majors at this date. Just let her keep developing. And I could even wait a couple more years to bring her up. We're doing just fine in that regard. I traded for all these pitchers, and now they have nowhere to play. But I couldn't find many good female offensive players on the market. That's our first round pick, Natalie Clark. I really like her look a lot. I can't wait to bring her up. She has some crazy eyes on the card for some reason, like really psychotic eyes. Never seen that before. This game is weird. What the fuck? Man, what are these stats, bro? She's been terrible. But the ERA is still low over the last 10 games. How is it 415? She started off like the pitching like an ace, and then the wheels just fall off. I guess that's a AAA pitcher for you. Growing pains, I guess. I don't even think about calling her up right now. I say ETA on Natalie Clark and Elena Graff is probably 2028. Like next year at bullpen at most, unless they're just phenoms like Kinsey Sheridan. We are just stacked. Laura Tack is somebody I could actually use. I wish she was ready. Really good power, but just not developed enough as a hitter to call up yet. 60 overall, that's not even an option. ETA for her, yeah, 2029 sounds about right. It's gonna be a while because she was a 3rd round pick, kind of a slow developer. That reminds me, or it makes me think. I wish this game had development traits like on NCAA football, like a normal, fast or whatever, slow. Like players shouldn't develop at the same rate. That's not how baseball works. Players have different work ethics. Okay, I don't know how to do this. How do we check our prospect like rating or our ranking? Okay, number 11. We moved up. So we were 14 when the season started. We're 11 now. We're getting better and better, baby. And I can't call up any of these exciting players. I got to trade Cash Mayfield. I got to trade Milton Green. I got to trade Ethan South. Man, we could trade for anybody right now. But the thing is, there's nobody to trade for because teams have no female players. They do that, but they're in the minor leagues. Like the only players we can trade for are like our former players that I traded away. Checking on them. I don't. This goes way too long, but I don't care, man. I'm having a good time with this one because my mic works. It's hard to wrap this up. It's hard to say goodbye when you don't sound like dog shit. Ha! What? So Kate Kennedy is in the Cy Young ranking at all with the lowest ERA in the league. That's great. McAttack has got a lot of strikeouts. That's kind of surprising. I'm K'ing it up. Jesus, man. Maybe I should win the Cy Young. I'm the McAttack for those who don't know the context there. And I'd love to win the Cy Young. I threw a perfect game with my own player last year on legend difficulty. Cy Young would be great too. And that's an experience I would never forget. I can watch it anytime I want. In Chicago, I did it at Comiskey Field of all places. Just a random little classic stadium game. It was season mode though. Or season mode, franchise last year. All right, man. I think I'm out of juice. There's nothing else to talk about. But yeah, happy to be back with a workable mic, working mic. And I would say I'm satisfied where we're at, but these bets have got to pick it up, and I'm just hoping and praying that the second half goes differently because every game has been frustrating. Basically, you see all these low-scoring affairs or close games. Every game in the Cincy series was a one-run game. I don't need no more of that, man. Let me relax. But we got the best record in baseball. That's the positive, but the negatives are really glaring, and we got to start swinging that stick. Go my squad.